the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt.
Hey YouTube, this is Uncle Momo's music reaction channel where I provide my views on talented artists from around the world, both established artists and non-established artists. And I promise you that you won't be disappointed whatsoever. So why don't you come and join me in discovering amazing, talented artists and bringing it to the forefront of my channel for us to view. Now, my next reaction of today, we are going to stay in the UK, aka Ren. This is his latest track released yesterday. I believe it's called Suicide. If you don't know the story behind Suicide, please go to Ren's Facebook page, Ren Makes Music, and check out the storyline behind it. It is absolutely breathtaking. That's the only word that I can, it sets you back. You either cry or be stunned and be silent. It's just those two options. It really is. And, you know, and it's just amazing how much Ren has opened up to us all, isn't it? It really is. There is so much things that we have to be grateful of Ren, for being Ren. So this song, Suicide, I believe it is a song that he didn't finish, and then he's thought, you know what, I've got to finish this song. And I believe that this was a song that he just wrote without, you know, going back and to erase and to, you know, to fix up or anything. Yeah, I believe that he just let it flow, and whatever came out, it was what it was. I believe that he was, you know, he went through all the motions that a person can go through when they're going back in order to go forward. Does that make sense? So yeah, there's so many things. I understand Ren's coming back over to the UK, back to his hometown, to hand over the check to the charity organisation, who are absolutely amazing. And there's a number of things that's happening in between that as well. So it's absolutely amazing. Please check out Ren on Twitter. Yes, he's on Twitter. Discord. Yes, he's on Discord. Twitch. Yes, he's on Twitch. Facebook. Yes, he's on Facebook. And I'll leave all his details down below. If you have still not, you know, who's this Renegade then? I've never heard of him, you know. I don't know where you are if you are like that, but you will be pleasantly surprised. You really would be. So look, this song is Suicide, released yesterday. So without further ado, you know what we're here for. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it? Already off the bat, love the design.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
I'm going to stop it right there, and I don't mean to pause, because you know, I hate pausing, I really do. But off the bat, this visuals right here, for me, I'm going back now. The first time when I saw kind of visuals like this was Aha. Remember Take On Me? Take On Me. You know, when Aha, I think they was from I think they're either from Norway or Netherlands. I can't remember. But the guy jumped into the newspaper or magazine to find a woman, you know. And that was the last time that I saw anything like that. Then coming back into it, I saw something amazing from France. Look at my French connection, jazz connection, you see something. And then I saw there's this girl, you know what? I will leave this girl, I can't remember her name, but I did react to her, but it was absolutely amazing what she's done with that. This now, going forward, that's why it puts me in this kind of place of, recognition. For some people might think, oh, wow, I've never seen anything like that before in anything else. But listen, hats off to every kind of artist out there that and plus I've seen drew pictures of Ren and the designs of Ren, absolutely the trainers of Ren. You guys, hats off. And I, somewhat I have to feel that that was a kind of inspiration to the visuals from the number of artists that Ren has had, especially on the Instagram, on his Facebook, that you have sent. And I'm talking about mind-blowing, wow artists that's drawn pictures of Ren and in different kind of, scenarios and everything else. Hats off to you. And I don't know, I just like to think that there was some kind of inspiration drawn to these visuals by the overwhelming amount of artists and, artists drawing, whether it pencil or paintings or whatever have you, on different array of things as well. I don't know, I just like to think that, that was a nice little inspiration there, or maybe it was at the back of his head to do so, or I don't know, but that's my connection anyway. That's what I'm saying. That's what I like to think. I'm gonna go back just a little bit, like to about say, it's about here. I almost gonna start all over again. I should really start all over again.
Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit. Silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep.
I don't want to pause again. I love the kind of switch of dimensions. It's almost like two worlds coming together. That they're saying that the multiverse and all that kind of stuff. I don't know about that. That's way off my head. But if there was a multiverse, it's like two Earths coming together, synchronizing together, and now your doppelganger is now inside of you, and you're switching I love the switch. The visuals, like I said, you're not going to see anything like this. No. And I'm glad that he's put this in his collection, the visuals element, because he's put everything apart from country. No, he's even done country, the Elvis Presley song. Classical. What else? What other style hasn't Ren done? I'm just got classical in my mind. Has he not done? Yep, he's done drum and bass. He's covered almost every genre style of music. The visuals is the one that's keeping your eyes locked in, but you've got to draw way back and give a chance for the lyrical content to have at least a 50% of it. The visuals really, really powerful. It really is. And you can get fixated on the visuals so quickly. And as you're doing that, you're coming in and out of the lyrics. And if you fixate yourself on the lyrics as only, then you're going to come in and out of the visuals. It is an absolutely amazing, wonderful battle between the visuals and the lyrical contents. It's like that. Some people, most artists don't do that. Battle the song, regardless what comes first or whatever. Sometimes the song, the music itself, is more powerful than the artist and the lyrical contents of what the artist is bringing on table. Sometimes the lyrical contents and the artist is stronger than the music, and it overwhelms the music. This is an amazing battle between the visuals, the vocal and the lyrical contents. And because there's a lovely battle in between it, it's a wow factor. There's so much to look at, and you cannot take in everything in one go, because you are certainly like a child in a candy shop and you just don't know what sweets to pick out. So you're standing in the middle, just spinning around, looking at all these amazing candies that you love, or sweets that you love. And there's not one part of the visuals that you can't transfix yourself on, that you won't love. There's not one part of the melody arrangement in the visuals that you won't love. The lyrical contents is so fixated, you dive in and almost have your own story. So there's a lot of juice in here right now. And I believe it's going to be all the way through. So your eyes, your ears is having an amazing battle in trying to transfix on a certain part when it's impossible to do because he's created an amazing battle between, like I said, melody, vocals and visuals. Who does that? That's crazy. I'm going to go back just a little bit, like to about say, yeah, please don't make me stop it, pause anymore, Ren. Please.
Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister, dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Oh, I, falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, I.
Do you understand?
Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
It's like if you... Wicked. If you close your eyes just to... I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. To listen to the song.
I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip.
You're missing a hell of a
6 feet
lot.
deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless,
Wow.
my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armour.
I'm gonna break down.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Like I keep on telling you all the time.
Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time.
He's breaking down for me.
Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
That is just like...
Suicide, suicide, suicide.
See, for me, it's just like so many dimensions just coming together.
Suicide, suicide, suicide.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking
This
from
part.
an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plastic as the truth is to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Oh, man. Ah. So that was Ren with Suicide. Take a deep breath. The part that you finished, I tell you, you're either going to be, like I said, you're either going to be crying or be left speechless. I'm left speechless. It's a case of just listening. I'm talking about the part that's dedicated to Joe. To Joe. I believe Josh was there. I can't remember the ins and outs, but Joe, and Joe's birthday was on the 1st of June, just gone past. And like I said, if you go to his Facebook page and read the story behind that part, I think he's basically covered it all at the end part, but a hell of a lot more. Seriously. Oh man. When you can see in the description page about talk to someone today, to Samaritans, you know, or sometimes you just have to listen. And I'm talking about overall with people nowadays, especially men, it's very hard to talk, and sometimes it's very hard to listen as well. But if you don't say nothing, then you're automatically listening, aren't you? And it's not even I don't think it's a case of giving advice or having a great advice. It's just a case of being there, being present, and just letting the universe control the momentum of what's happening right there. Do you know? And I feel that was, that always will forever be the question mark within that situation. The last time when Ren actually saw his mate, when they were sitting down, I believe at Christmas or before Christmas or something like that, he was joking around, and I think, I can't remember what Joe said, but Ren didn't really take it that seriously, and he said, all right, cheers, mate, I'll see you, I'll see you tomorrow or something like that. And that moment, I think, was, as Ren said, I don't want to try and be inside Ren's mind and say, well, this is what I believe Ren said and all that kind of stuff. Ren's saying it, so I'm not going to try and say it in any other different way or whatever. I'm saying, that's why I keep saying, look, please, in trying to explain that, I'm saying, please go to Ren's Facebook page and read it for yourself. And don't, by all means, try and interpret what I'm saying, because, but I'll leave all these links there if you want to understand the song behind it. I'm talking about what I'm talking about, or trying to talk about, is what he's presented himself right now on. And that is the amazing Open Up Arms. And, it speaks so much volumes on so many different kind of levels. It's showing that if you can open up about something like this, then surely I can do that to someone else who's willing to listen. Or not even willing to listen. It's just a case of that I can open up, that I can say something, that I can actually, words can come out my mouth about the inner self of what I want to, what I've always been screaming out inside my head. And having that release factor, or having something that the outcome of that, I don't know if it's a release or whatever, I have no idea. There's so many different kind of combinations in what you feel after you say what you want to say. And I'm by no means the right person to explain anybody else's difficulties or the way how they're feeling or anything else. I can explain mine, not a problem. But what I'm saying, that since Ren has had an amazing influx of people around the world wanting to find out and listen to who's Ren, it's opened up so many doors for people who would not necessarily speak out are now speaking out. People who wouldn't necessarily have that air is now listening out. And I don't know if it's about, it's just, just listening out. It's not even a case of giving advice. It's just being there. I'm ready to listen. And that is Strike the Match. And I'm loving how infectious it is. I'm loving how, there's a crack where there wasn't one before. And that crack is, is that openness, wanting to come out. Between, maybe I'm being a bit sexist at the moment, but I'm talking about the men. I'm not saying, it's so easy for women to talk about it and blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm a guy, and I'm talking regarding men. So I hope you don't, so apologies for that. I'm sure it can go the same way, but I feel that men have a more difficult time in opening up. And that's why there's this massive movement for men to open up. And I think overall, music in itself plays a powerful potion in this universe. Whether it's to bring you down, to bring you up, bring you left, bring you right, make you cry, make you smile, make you laugh, make you angry, make you hateful. It has so many different kind of medicines. And it just shows you the amazing combination that music has right now in this challenging world that we're living in this era that we're living in. But if you look through the history of time and the most significant times in the history, one thing they don't talk about is the music behind it. Music has always been around. But I will guarantee in every significant history moment in our lives, in our history, there has been a significant music. We can go back in our era and point out those significant times and what music is played within those times. What was that number one song? What was that song that had that momentum? What was that song that, you know? And I feel that this era, it needs this kind of ingredient to what is so many different kind of combinations of music today. There is a massive space for Ren in this era. And the amazing thing about it is that is Ren is the one who's controlling it. And it's not so many people, even though so many hands are out there trying to grab him in to my corner or that corner or that corner, he's got the circle. He doesn't need to be in any kind of corner. That's why you can grab him, because you're the ones that's in the corner. Simple thinking. Ren, amazing song. Amazing that you've opened up to the world once again. And I'm sure that the world is going to open up back to you. Until then, I salute you. Boom.
To jump to, but I still can't find the angle. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it works, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.